Welcome to another episode of the Good Guys podcast. My name is Brandon Dixon. I am a happily married man and a humble father of four. And as always, I am joined by none other than the Honorable, the Reverend Joshua Ezzy. Slim
There you go. There you go, BD. Put some respect.
Are we still doing this? We're still doing Slim Rev?
Yes, man. I know we haven't did a podcast in 2 weeks. I'm still slim.
We just missed 1 week.
Oh, but still, I'm still slim. Slim Rev is a movement, bro. I might get t-shirts and wristbands made.
Okay.
You're going to see me on TV one day, man, selling fitness gear to reverends.
Don't see that going well.
Hey, a lot of fat preachers out there. Slim Rev is here for you.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing that.
So let it be written, so let it be done, BD. Once I say I'm going to do something, it shall be done.
Okay. Let me know how that goes.
You'll see how it goes. Well, thanks, bro.
I got to support.
You probably never wear it, but...
No. To bed. I'll wear it to bed.
Whoa, don't ever wear my products to bed, BD.
Okay.
You can wear it to the gym.
No.
You can wear it to the store.
Nope.
I don't think you want... Let me say, I ain't gonna go there.
Anyway, we are back. Okay, we did miss a week last week. The Rev came down with a little something, and I moved again. Long story. Anyway, we are back, and we are here for the people. So if you have not done so already, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you get post notifications so that you know whenever we drop new content. We do appreciate our loyal subscribers, and if you enjoy the content, share the content, leave comments, help us grow here at the Good Guys podcast. Okay. All right, enough of all of that. We're going to go ahead and get started, as we customarily do, with the weekly airing of grievances. I've got one today that is a very relevant airing of grievance, and I need to make my point and stance known. Okay? This is something that's happened. It's very prevalent right now because I am on a elongated vacation. I've been off for about a month now. But it happens on a regular basis whenever I have days off of work, or we get in New York, we used to get snow days. It would snow and they would say, hey, stay home, don't come to work. Here's my issue. When I'm off work, for whatever reason it may be, maybe not the weekend, I got the weekend, but if I call out of work, or if I take a day off during the week, or if it's a snow day, whatever the case may be, if I'm off work, I'm off work. Okay? So that means, what that means, J.E., is that if I'm at home, I'm not at home.
That's so good, BD. That's good.
I'm not here. Okay? So what happens is my wife, sees that I'm off work and I'm at home, and she sees that as an opportunity to have me do all kinds of honey-do lists and random odds and ends around the house. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not how this works, babe. I'm off work. I'm not here. This is my day off of work, okay? What I want you to do is pretend that I'm not here. Okay? You're asking me, to unclog the toilet. Let me ask you a question, babe. What if I wasn't here? Because that's what we need to be operating under here. We need to operate as if I'm not here, because I'm not. I'm supposed to be at work, but I took off so that I could come home and relax, not so that I could come home and do more work. Okay? So what I want us to do is, let's do an exercise here. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the third bedroom, Okay, and I'm going to take a nap. And what I want you to do is I want you to use your imagination. I want you to come up with a solution as to how this can get done as if I'm not here. Let's do that. Because that's how, when I'm off work, I'm off work. I'm not coming home, hey, I think I'll take off work so I can come home and do some more work. No. J.E., tell me I'm not alone on this.
Bro, you're not alone on this, BD. I just don't understand it. I'm like, imagine me not here, but there, even though I'm here. I'm here, but I'm not here. How else would this problem get solved if I wasn't here? So why can't we continue with the previously scheduled programming and you do the things that you would do if I wasn't here? Because it's something about the joy. I work at a school.
Mm-hmm.
And remember when you was a kid, BD, and you looked at the news to see if your school was at the bottom ticker?
Right.
When I see that CMS is closed, oh, man, I feel like I'm a kid again.
There you go.
I'd be like, you know what? Today is a day for me. Monday was for y'all.
That's right.
Tuesday was for y'all.
Absolutely.
The weekend previously for y'all. Mm-hmm. And God bless me on today. See, when you work in a school system, you don't pray storms away.
That's right.
You pray storms that come your way so that you can stay away from your employer.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so when those day comes, I'm supposed to be up under a principal, not a wife. Okay? So today is supposed to be the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it.
That's right.
And not gaining or cleaning and shopping and dressing. I'm supposed to be in some boxes and a t-shirt. Exactly. No, I don't want to go shopping. No, I don't want to clean nothing.
Absolutely
no.
No.
Because listen, this day was an accident, but a purposeful accident for me not to deal with incidents. Okay? So all we're asking is that don't just think because, oh, my husband's 6'2", oh, he's strong enough. How else would the waters get up the stairs? How else would the laundry baskets get where they are? How else would these things get done if I wasn't here? But because I'm here doesn't mean I'm here to do a list of things. Let us rest, ladies. We don't get these days often.
Exactly. And I'm not talking about the weekend because the weekends don't belong to us. I get it. Okay? My Saturdays and my Sundays are spent doing what you guys want to do. You want to go to the park. You want to frolic around in the grass with the kids. You want to have picnics and fine dining, date nights and things like that. I don't necessarily care for any of that. I'll do it because I want to make my family happy. But deep down, what do I want to do? I want to sit on the couch and I want to watch whatever I want to watch, and I want to take naps when I want to take naps. I want to eat buckets of chicken in copious amounts. Okay. Copious. And I want to do this uninterrupted. Okay. I don't get that on the weekends, but on these blessed days that the Lord sends my way. See, what you're doing is you're blocking our blessing, is what you're doing. Okay.
Don't block our blessings.
Don't block the blessing. The blessing, has manifested itself in the form of a snow day. The blessing has manifested itself in the form, of a teacher work day. So when those blessings come,
preach, deacon,
babe. Hey, you must operate as if I am not here.
Who is your source? I am not your source. I'm just a resource.
That's all.
So when you tap into that God source when I'm not here, tap into him. He's always available. He's on standby. He's available. He's a present help in a time of trouble. He's near the brokenhearted.
That's right. So
let my heart be mended in this moment of rest because we gave you the weekend.
Every weekend.
We don't get these days during a week. No. Just because it resembles the weekend doesn't mean it's the weekend.
That's right.
See, it is the week. It's 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Anytime we get a day within those 5 days, let us have them. because the weekend's coming. It's crazy how they think of things to get done when you're home. I'm like, that could be, you could deal with that on Friday.
Right.
You know what? I'll help you with that on Saturday. You still got 15% oil life. We'll change the oil on Sunday.
Right.
Just because I'm off doesn't mean I'm on for you. Listen, listen, if you let us have the day, we'll be rested for the weekend. Because there's nothing worse than you took my 2 snow days and you still ain't gonna give me my weekends. That's not fair.
It's not fair.
I'm not here.
That is our cry. That is our war cry. That
should be a t-shirt. Hey, it's Tuesday. Hashtag I'm not here. So as a reminder for you, because I know it's a part of your innate nature to see a man and be like, yo, husband, yes, that's right. Can you go? The shirt, I'm not here.
We need to make that shirt. That's a good shirt.
That's a good guy shirt. We should make this shirt before this video comes out.
The I'm not here shirt. It should be an understanding between man and woman. When I have on this shirt and I have on my lounge pants, okay, I'm not here. Okay? Just let me have this day. Let me have this time. Okay? We sacrifice a lot as men. We don't get to do the things that we want to do all the time. We get to do the things that you want to do. Happy wife, happy life, I believe is the phrase. Okay? There is no phrase that says happy man, happy... See, there's nothing that even rhymes with
happy man. There's nothing that goes with man. Errands. No.
Exactly. That's what rhymes with man. Errands.
Errands. That's what y'all...
And that's what we get.
Errands.
Right? So on those blessed days, and when we have on our I'm Not Here shirt, patented by the Good Guys podcast. Copyright, all rights reserved.
All rights reserved.
We are not here.
We're not here. Now, if we come find you, now we're here. You see what I'm saying? if we need some tending, love, and care,
we need a little TLC.
We need a little TLC or a BLT. We're here, okay? but any other reasons we're not here?
Okay? For anything else, no.
Anything else? But you gotta let us come to you. Don't anticipate it.
Right. Don't try to read our minds. No.
Don't try to read our minds.
Don't try to set the mood. No.
Just because you hear a thud doesn't mean that's me getting out of the bed. I dropped my phone. That's not me. That's me walking to the bathroom and scurrying back to the third bedroom. Just because you hear a noise does not mean you should be poised for an opportunity to ruin my rest. And don't worry about it. We'll send you a text. We'll text you. We won't call you. We don't even want to hear your voice. We love you. We love your voice. Your voice is amazing. We'll send you a text. TLC or BLT. That's what we're going to text you. And then you'll be able to put those letters. Oh, my man wants some TLC. Okay, let me go up there and come find him. My man wants a BLT. Okay. Because we need to be ready for the weekend.
Well, that was a good vent. Probably none of this will probably ever happen.
You can have that shirt on all day.
I don't care. I'm
She's
not
gonna be
here.
like this.
Right.
You're
Look
here,
like
right?
right here to me.
No, man. They are the most disrespectful people on the planet. They'll look at you and you'll have the shirt on, smiling.
Yeah, I don't know what you talk about. That shirt is inaccurate.
I don't know what you talk. That shirt does not apply to me.
I'm looking at you right here. You here 360 degrees.
And
right
she walking around you. You're
right,
here.
300.
You're 60 degrees.
In real life,
you are here.
Right here.
Man.
So you could go unclog that toilet that I clogged up for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, let's get off of that, bro. Yeah, my wife's an avid watcher now.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this one, but that's okay. We do it for the people.
Yeah. So try to wear your shirts, fellas. See if it works. It won't work. You have a 0.001 chance of that thing working.
Absolutely.
We're just hoping and praying.
That's all we can do. All right. We're going to keep it moving to a serious topic. So today, we're going to talk about, are you damaged goods? Sometimes when you're thinking about getting in, a relationship, if you're thinking about going to that next level, you might want to examine yourself. You might want to look at, because sometimes everybody has a past. Everybody has things that they've gone through, past relationships that they've been through, or situations that they experienced, within their families and things like that. That could affect, what you're bringing into a new relationship. So we're going to talk about a couple of things to look out for and how to know if you are damaged goods and what you can do about it. J.E., I'm going to let you go ahead and take the lead.
Yeah, I got pretty much a ton of notes. You can't really see it. But I want to make sure I give you guys thorough content to really process whether you're damaged goods or developed goods. So I have some points that I'm going to go through as briefly as possible, as quick as possible. And I have some points that I think BD would be able to chime in. And anytime BD feel like you can chime in, you can definitely chime in. But we got 3 questions that we're going to go through today. This is a very important topic because a lot of people are trying to be good to someone, but they're damaged themselves. Now, the 3 questions that we're going to address today is, number 1, what are damaged goods? Number 2, signs that you're damaged goods. And number 3, how to become developed goods. There's a difference between being damaged goods and developed goods. Let's get to the definition that I found online about damaged goods. Number 1, a damaged good is an item or items that were expected to be in good condition, but were discovered eventually that they weren't. A damaged good is an item or items that were expected to be good, meaning that you went to the store, you expected it to be good, but then when you brought it home, you realized that it wasn't good. The second definition, which is more human, more personal, it says someone who was once healthy and or normal, but isn't anymore due to unfortunate traumatic events in their life, whether physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, or drug abuse. So the definition of a damaged good is basically something that was expected. That's why you got to have discernment. Just because someone looked good or you expect them to be good doesn't mean that if you go deeper into the layers of their life, that they're not actually good for you at the moment. Maybe they'll be good for you later, or maybe you'll be good for them later, but at the present moment, you're not good. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's good for you. Sometimes the things that are not good for you are the most packaged well, are packaged the best. So I have some other points that I want to get to, the signs that you're damaged goods. Now, my next point, people who are damaged goods are either unaware they are damaged goods or are aware but choose to remain damaged. Okay? People who are damaged goods are either unaware they are damaged goods, meaning they're in a relationship, they don't even know they got psychological, emotional, mental, physical issues, but they're unaware, or there are individuals who are aware but choose to remain damaged. There are certain people that are in relationships right now that know they're damaged and choose to remain damaged and utilize you as a resource to feel that damage that's in them. Now, last point, I'm gonna get to what I want to talk to. Everyone has inward goodness. Here we go. I got to break this down. Everyone has inward goodness and everyone has had outward damages. Like BD said first, all of us have a past. Some of us have made our past present. You see what I'm saying? So all of us have inward goodness or have had or currently have outward damages. Now, let's break it down a little bit more, because I know some of y'all in y'all theological complexes are like, but Josh, no one is good. I understand where you're coming from. I'm about to exegete this accurately for your theological understanding. Everyone has inward goodness and everyone has had outward damages or currently has. Our goodness or the good things inside of us are the things that God placed in us but became buried under emotional wounds, mental illnesses of all kinds, and physical disease. Unfortunate for some, we will never see their goods, and for others, just a glimpse. Now, what I mean by that, What God has placed inside of you is your purpose, your identity, who you're supposed to be. But because of the flawedness and the fallen nature of man, by default, that goodness is entangled with emotional wounds and trauma, mental illnesses, physical disease. And for most people, we'll never see the good inside of them. We'll never see what they were here to do, because all that goodness, all that greatness, all that identity, all that purpose is buried deep in emotional wounds, mental illnesses, and physical disease. And for some people, you may catch a glimpse of their goodness, their glimpse of their greatness, a glimpse of who they are. But because they're still woven in the web of issues, we'll never get to see that goodness, that good part of them developed into developed goods that is actually beneficial and able to be used and a blessing to others. But so many people never take the opportunity to dig and cipher through and remove all of those unnecessary emotional, mental, and physical issues to get to the bottom floor of who they are and allow God to develop what's good in them so they can bring that goodness to the world. So damaged goods, to recap before we get into what I want to get to, is items that were expected, items or individuals that were expected to be good, in good condition, but were discovered eventually that they weren't. How many of us got into relationships where everything looked good in the beginning, and then when you went to go a little bit deeper in an examination, you realize that that person is damaged, daddy issues, lust issues, or you realize deeper as you went into the marriage, it says marriage is a mirror, you then begin to realize, yo, I'm damaged myself. So I don't know if BD want to chime in there before we go to our second question, but that's just a quick definition, breakdown of what are damaged goods. All of us have something good inside of us, but sometimes that goodness is entangled with a lot of nasty things that's keeping us really from delivering uncontaminated goods to companions, to co-workers, to other people. So I don't know if BD you want to chime in, or we can get into the signs of damaged goods.
I'm gonna say go ahead and go.
Let's go, because this is where BD gonna be able to chime in, because we got a lot of points here that we have to get through real quickly. But I have another point here that says all believers are refurbished goods. There's no such thing as perfect goods. There was only one perfect good, and that was Jesus. He came in the flesh, died, was buried, rose again, deposited spirit into everyone that believes on him for the full salvation of their life. And it's through the Holy Spirit that we become refurbished goods, where we realize that there's nothing good in me but God, and I give my goodness back to him so that he can be glorified through it as I help other people understand who God is. But let's get to the signs that you, or potentially us, are damaged goods. The good guys right now, we're married, so what we talk about, we just want to see if these signs play a part in your life. And Coach got you an acronym. DAMAGED. Okay, D. Signs that you are damaged goods. The first D on this list, you're dishonest. Honesty is the best policy. If you are not honest with yourself, you're not going to be honest with others. If you're not honest with God or yourself, you will never be honest with others. Many of us hide behind lies. So what happens is we think that and that's why you should never be a person that tries to jump into a relationship and you're not whole yourself. That's dishonest. It's crazy how many people divulge information about themselves in the beginning of a relationship, but that's really not who they are. And then you manipulate a person to get into a relationship with you. And then when they realize who you really are, now you have to play two characters. Now, all you had to do was heal up and present your best self so that you don't have to worry about what person am I today. You damage goods when you are dishonest. Honesty is the best policy. In order for you to be good to someone else, you have to be honorable. You have to be an honest individual. You have to be honest even if it hurts the relationship, even if it hurts you. That's why the best way not to lie is not to enter a situation that will cause you to lie if pressed. So if you know for a fact, hey, if I go out with this young lady, if I do this with this person, and I know I have a woman, I know I have a man, and you got to always think 3 moves ahead. Would I lie about this, or would I be honest about this? And so if I want to be a developed good for my wife, I got to make sure I avoid things that if pressed, I would not lie about. You don't know you're a liar until you're pressed. So the best way not to be pressed into lying is to not enter into a situation that may cause you to be dishonest. But if you have a habit of dishonesty, then you're damaged goods.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty clear-cut sign of someone who is, damaged goods if they are, a dishonest individual. I think I guess you could, well, as you refer to it as a refurbished individual, knows exactly who they are, knows exactly what their morals and what their values are.
That's right.
And so they don't have to be dishonest. They don't have to be dishonest about who they are. They don't have to be dishonest about any of their actions. Like they can stand behind everything that they do and say because they've dealt with, because like you said, nobody's perfect. You're not going to get any goods that are just fresh out the box. It's just not realistic. So someone who is refurbished, who has dealt with, the issues and the things that they've dealt with in the past and has been restored by God and has that confidence in God, is going to be 100% honest about everything, their intentions, about who they are as a person. They don't have to put on a front and try to, sell you that they're one way and they're really not, that they work out all the time at the gym 7 days a week when they're really not. 2 months later, they're not working out at all, so yeah, that's definitely, dishonesty is definitely an example of someone who is damaged goods.
Listen, realities should be donated. Dreams are what's sold. You see what I'm saying? I offer a reality. This is who I am. I don't got no Ponzi scheme. I don't got no false advertisement. I only offer what I have in stock. If I don't have it in stock, I don't offer it. And you got to be okay with that. Many people want to be dishonest because they don't feel like the real self is worth anything. When you know that you're valuable, you can be yourself because the right one will see the value in you and will love to be with you. You don't have to be dishonest. Dishonesty is a fruit or a byproduct of insecurity. Mm-hmm. I'm dishonest because I'm insecure about something.
Right.
So let's get to the second D of my list of signs that you're a damaged goods. The second D, signs that you're a damaged goods, you discontent. Discontent. How are you going to be happy in a marriage if you're not content in your singleness? You have to be content where you are. Content and complacency are two totally different words. Complacency means, well, I guess I'm going to settle here. I guess this is who I am. Contentment says, I'm aware of where I am, but I'm going to make the best use of where I am. I'm going to grow here. I'm going to mature here. I'm going to develop here. I understand God's purpose for me being here. But those people who rush into relationships because they're discontent of their singleness are damaged goods. If they don't understand seasons, then they're going to be wearing stuff out of season. You out there, ain't a cloud in the sky, but that person got an umbrella. You out there, and there's not a cloud in the sky, that person got a rain jacket on. You out there, it's 90 degrees out, that person got a turtleneck. That person's dressed out of season because they're not aware of the seasons. Even though the season is blatant in front of them, they still choose to operate in that season unprepared and uncomfortable. People who are aware of their singleness they desire marriage, but they're not desperate for marriage because they realize what they need to get and develop in their current season. Discontentment and a person who's rushing, let's get together, let's go. They don't really care about you. They just care more about escaping their singleness, escaping their loneliness, escaping the demons that plague them. And they just want someone to occupy their time, so they want to address their issues. Listen, if you discontent with this season right now, then you haven't been developed in the goods that you need to be for someone else. Because trust me, if you don't like singleness, you're not going to like marriage. Because now when you get married, you're going to wish you was back single. But if you respect the season where you are, you will be able to manage the next season that you come in contact with.
Yeah, that was the main thing I was going to piggyback off on is, being able to be content. First and foremost, it's something that you have to learn and that you have to master, because there's a thin line between being content and, like you said, being complacent. Because you do have to have a certain level. You want to have a certain level of ambition and drive to accomplish, the purpose that God has for you. But you also have to be able to be content in where you are and understand the season that you're in, like you said. So someone who is discontent, in the season that they're in, if they're single, and that's exactly what I was going to say. If they are discontent right now where they're at being single, they're going to be discontent being married. You have to, being content is something that you have to learn. You have to understand, all right, look, the season that I'm in is not perfect. It might not be exactly where I ultimately want to be, but you have to train yourself and understand and look for the positive things and look for what's
real.
Talk to God and understand why he has you in this season. What can I do in this season? What can I learn? What can I get out of this season? That's right. And that causes you to be content. Okay, cool. I'm single right now. Look at everything that I could do. God will show you this stuff. You talk to God. He's like, look, you have all the time in the world. Get this done. This is what I want you to do. Start learning this. Read this book. Talk to this person. Network with this person. So that's a mature person who's going to be ready to step into the next phase, whether that be a relationship or whatever it is. Like, you never want to get into a relationship or anything like that from a spirit of discontentment, from a spirit of urgency, because that's when you make bad decisions. That's when you settle for people or situations that in your spirit are not right for you. So when you are content, when you're like, God has me here, I'm chilling, I'm good, I'm pursuing my purpose, I guarantee you that's when that right person is going to come. So that's a big one.
Yeah, man, because contentment is the byproduct of clarity. Discontentment is a byproduct of disturbance, right? And so what happens is clarity comes from conversation. You're not going to always be happy with wherever you are. There's not been a place where I was 100% happy all the time. Even in marriage, you're not going to be 100% happy, excited, thrilled for every moment. But when you have clarity of mind of why you're here, that came from a conversation with God, then everything will make sense, and then you'll be able to go forward. There's going to be some moments where you'll feel a part of discontentment, but I won't even call it discontentment. It's just disturbance. It's just you being a human. Do you think I like everything about writing? Do you think I like everything about everything that I do? But when I have clarity of mind of why I'm doing it and who I'm doing it for, then I'm back into a content state of mind, because I have clarity of mind that came from having a conversation with God. So discontentment is the disturbance of mind. Contentment is clarity in mind. When you distance from God, you don't have conversation. But when you have conversation with God, God will say, this is why you're here. Bet God, it makes sense. Let's go forward. Next point, last D for this letter, signs you're damaged goods. You're difficult. You're difficult. Why are you difficult? There's some people out there that's just difficult on purpose. You difficult because you inwardly disturbed. You see what I'm saying? You damaged goods when you can't be comfortable nowhere, where you're not a joy anywhere, where you don't bring peace anywhere. Listen, easy going is what you need to be. You got to understand that there's going to be difficult times that come, but you can't be difficult in difficulty. Because there's nothing worse than going through a difficult season with a person that doesn't know how to go through tough times. And some people make good times difficult. They make going out to the restaurant difficult. They make living with them difficult. They make going anywhere difficult. Family, relationships. Listen, why are you so difficult? Why do you have to make a mountain out of every molehill? Why do you have to make things bigger than what they are? Why do you have to complicate everything? If you're that type of person, then you're damaged, and you gotta go deeper inside of yourself and say, where inside of me am I disturbed? Where inside of me where I'm just uneasy? Because you're not going to be you're not going to be any good to relationship if you always make it difficult. Y'all going to the beach, you made it difficult. Y'all going on vacation, you made it difficult. Y'all on the honeymoon, you're making it difficult. Why? Why is the question. So if you're a difficult person, outside or inside difficulty, then you could be a damaged good. Now, there's going to be periods where you're just going to be, it could be indigestion, whatever. We're talking about that's who you are. You're difficult. That's a sign that you're damaged goods.
I have nothing to add.
Yeah. Because there ain't nothing, you don't want to, you listen. Why? Life is too Life it has too much to offer to be difficult going through it. All right? All right, let's go to A. Signs that you're damaged good. A, you got poor anger management. Poor anger management. You damage goods. If you can't control your anger, like people say control your alcohol. If you can't control your anger, you're damaged goods. The Bible says, be angry and sin not. It's okay to have emotions, but it's not okay for emotions to have you. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. There are certain emotions they're okay to be. Lust is not okay to be. Greed is not okay to be. So I'm saying there are certain things over here that are default emotions from a depraved heart or from a human. But the basic universal emotions like anger, sadness, happiness, you got to be in control of those. And in order for you to be self-controlled in those emotions, you have to be disciplined mentally. It's okay to be upset about things, but when your anger floods into your wording, and now you're going into vulgar language, or it floods into your hands and feet, and now you're getting violent, man, you damage goods. Why are you going into vulgarity? Is that a word? Is that a word? Vulgarity?
It's a word. I'm not sure if it's used in the right context there.
Hey, I'm gonna use it in context. In context right now. See, you got if your anger leads you to vulgarity. Or it leads you into violence, you damage goods.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty straightforward there. If you have anger issues, then that's something that you need to deal with before you are considering any relationship or anything like that. Especially as a man or a woman, but definitely as a man, like, because you look, man. There's nothing I hate worse than hearing about situations with men, either whether verbally or physically assaulting, a female. So
there's nothing
you know
worse.
what I mean? Our role as men is to make our spouse feel safe and, taken care of and provided for. So if if you have anger issues and you're verbally assaulting, if you're physically assaulting her, then you're doing the exact opposite of that. So if you have anger issues, and that goes for men or women, that's something that you need to deal with.
And there's some ladies out there that know how to push a man's buttons. And we're not talking about, there are some good men out there who got pushed to their limit. And fellas, that's why it's important for you not to get with every woman, because women will manipulate you. They will push that button, and then you outside of character. Never be with the person that push you outside of your character. And we're talking about if you have a genuine character. But if you're a guy out there that someone just walks by you and got too close and you ready to fight and cuss someone out, you damage goods. Ladies too, if you out there popping off and doing your thing at wherever you are and you want to make it a scene, you damage goods. Next A on that list, signs you're a damaged goods, you're always apprehensive. Always apprehensive. Always critical. Always, should I not? You're not solid about yourself. You're apprehensive. You're not clear about yourself. You're always cautious. You're always like you go into a relationship with an exit in mind. You go into it like every guy's this, every girl's that. You're just always apprehensive, and that's not a good person to be with. You damage goods if you're not willing to take the next step in faith. If you're not willing to go forward. You cannot be a good to someone if you're always apprehensive. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's just a quick one, BD. I don't know if you have anything for that one.
There's a difference between being apprehensive and having discernment.
There's
go. Nothing wrong with having, discernment. You don't want to just be, running with anybody. But there is an extreme to, on the other end of the spectrum is just being straight up apprehensive. And that's just based out of, fear or past experiences or stereotypes and that's, those are signs of damage that you need to deal with before, you enter into a relationship with somebody. If you're bringing preconceived notions into, your new situation, if you're bringing negative stereotypes, if you're bringing mistakes from past relationships into that, and that's making you apprehensive about the person that God actually has for you, then that's a problem. So, yes.
BD, it is hard to walk in faith with someone cemented in fear. How can two walk together if one still's anchored in fear? Listen, there's going to always be places that's going to be unpleasant or uncomfortable. But if God is leading you there, the will of God will not lead you where his grace won't keep you. And there's nothing that's going to cause any more frustration or friction in a relationship if your husband or wife is like, we can possess the land. Remember the 10 spies? Was 12 spies, 10 spies? Joshua and Caleb came out and said, we are well able to possess the land. But the other spies was like, no, we are grasshoppers in their eyes. What do you see when you look out? Either you're grasshoppers to them or they're grasshoppers to you. Everything boils down to perspective. There is some land out there that God wants you to aggressively take. Go and possess all. Go and conquer all. But if you're always apprehensive, rooted in inadequacies or insecurities or the unpleasant experience of your past, you're going to hinder a faith man and a faith woman from possessing the land that God has for y'all, but you're so apprehensive that you question everything. Some things you don't have to question. If God said go for it, he already got the answer at the end of it. Last A for this one, you're arrogant. Arrogant. There's nothing wrong with being confident, but when you take it to the next level into arrogance, you're damaged goods. You too big in your own eyes. You see what I'm saying? None of us are that dope. Pride comes for every fall. Humility comes for every promotion. You're not going to be able to offer a relationship anything good if you're arrogant. Arrogant for what? Who is you? Who? Why do we think more highly of ourselves than we ought to think? Arrogance is proof that you are damaged goods. You're actually insecure. Arrogance is the fruit of insecurity. I have to puff myself up to a high platform because deep down inside, I really am not happy with myself.
Yeah, that's usually what it is, just a sign of insecurity. So, but that's all I have.
Let's keep going because we got to work through some of these.
We're only on A.
We on M. You're mentally ill.
Okay.
Now, the spectrum of mental illness is a big spectrum. Each and every one of us that was born into this world, we're mentally ill. Until we get the mind of Christ, we're not mentally healed. You see what I'm saying? The mind of Christ is the most well mind that we can have. Everyone that came into this world was mentally ill on some degree. There's some people that are clinically mentally ill. We're not speaking on that. I'm not a doctor. There's some people that's really going through some stuff. But I always tell people that mental illness is a fruit of a lack of mental clarity. Somewhere down the line, a person wasn't clear about who they are in Christ, who they could be in Christ, or who they are in Christ. So when you don't have that confidence rooted in him, then there becomes a confusion in your mind. Con things fused in your mind. Confusion. Things that are not true, but lies fused within your mind, cause you to be confused, keeping you from being used. You see what I'm saying? So there's some mental illness where mental illness can be the extreme cases or the other cases of lack of understanding of who you are, lack of knowing who you are in Christ, mentally ill, whether it's the whatever. All of us came in this world mentally ill because we didn't have the mind of Christ. The more you engage in the sanctification work of Christ, the more mentally healed you become, and you'll operate from that mental place of wellness. But people who struggle with identity, who struggle with insecurities, who struggle with torment demonically or whatever, you're damaged goods. You're not going to be good to somebody if you don't have the mind of Christ. The highest mind to have is the Christ mind. If you don't have that mind, to have the Holy Spirit fueling and developing that mind, you're mentally ill and you're going to be no good to anyone, because a person who has the mind of Christ is going to mind the business of Christ. Those who are mentally ill will only become a disease to someone that's trying to do the things or mind the business of God. So let me know if you just want me to keep going, BD.
Keep going on that one. You covered that one pretty good.
All right. M, mean. You just mean. Self-explanatory. You're just a mean person. Goes with difficulty. A, the second A, signs you're damaged goods. You're not comfortable being alone. There's a big difference between being alone and lonely. Alone is, hey, I'm by myself. Lonely, my mind is overly aware of me being by myself. There's people who's lonely, but got a lot of good people around them, but because their mind is locked into the fact that they're lonely or alone, that becomes the way or the glass that they look through. But those people not comfortable being alone ain't going to really be, they're going to be overly in your space, or you're going to be overly in your significant other space. But you got to have a balance where you're okay with you. Are you okay with you? Could you really spend time with you? Do you give yourself quality time? We need to give ourselves quality time. Because if you're not your best friend, you're not going to be able to be a friend to anyone else. If you can't take care of you can't take care of nobody else. Self-love leads to self-care. Self-hate leads to self-harm. Let's keep going. Signs you're damaged goods. Let me know if you want to interject, BD. Signs that you're damaged goods. BD is a minimalist. BD's like, listen. Just keep going. Keep going, JE. This is your lane. But let me know, BD, if you want to chime in. G, you're a generalizer. You generalize everything. All men are like this. All women like this. How can you be good at somebody else if you think that all men are a certain kind of way, or you think all women are a certain kind of way? You cannot be generalizers, because if you do so, you'll be single forever. If you do so, your marriage will be messed up forever, because now you got into your mind a generalization of a person that's not even them, but because they are a gender, you believe that that's who they are. Let's keep going. Let me know, BD.
Yep, I touched on some of that in another point, so I'm going to say keep going.
Signs you're damaged goods. E. You're emotionally unstable. Self-explanatory. Emotionally unstable. Next, E. Unrealistic expectations. You're damaged goods if you expect things of others that you don't even expect from yourself. You know you damaged goods when nobody can meet those standards but God. Do you know how many people only going to be married to Jesus? Because your expectations are too high. You want someone perfect. Or fellas, you want someone aesthetically perfect? No woman would be a good for you. Man, come on, man. You can't have unrealistic expectations. You got to have realistic expectations and understanding that things change. And you got to be able to roll with those punches. Next point, low self-esteem. We talked about that in some other points. You're no good to someone if you're not good to you, or if you don't view yourself properly. Low self-esteem. D, signs you're damaged goods, and I'm out your way. You're a bad decision maker. Decisions are the fruit of disciplines. Everybody's disciplined, contrary to popular belief. Some people just discipline in the wrong things. Your decisions are the fruit of your disciplines. What you do daily will determine what you decide daily. What you decide daily will determine whether or not you meet or reach your destiny. And one thing you cannot be is a hindrance to someone that's progressively going after their destiny because you make bad decisions. This is for men. See, me and BD, we love the podcast because we get to talk to men. Fellas, if you're going to be a leader of a home, you got to be a good decision maker. Ladies, if you're going to be able to help a good man, you got to give grace to him, even if he makes mistakes with decisions. Nobody's going to make 100% perfect decisions. There's going to be some mistakes. But if you make those mistakes all the time, you're damaged. Because look at your own life. If you make bad decisions by yourself, what makes you think you're going to make good decisions with someone else? So, you know that you're damaged goods when you're dishonest, discontent, difficult. You got poor anger management, always apprehensive, arrogant. You're mentally ill on all forms of the spectrum. You're mean. You're not comfortable being alone. You're a generalizer. You're emotionally unstable, have unrealistic expectations, have low self-esteem, and you're a bad decision maker. These are signs. I don't know if that's 15, 20 signs that you are damaged goods. Now, let's get to a solution. I know some of y'all like, man, Josh, will I ever get married? I got dents all in this can in my life. How to become developed goods. I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible because we got a top 5 of the ages. How to become developed goods. And let me know, BD, if you want to interject, but I'm pretty sure you're not. So I'm going to just go through these real quickly, okay?
Okay.
How to become developed goods. The difference between damaged goods and developed goods. Developed goods are refurbished goods. They're able to be accepted because of the finished work of Christ. The righteousness of God that's imputed on you has now refurbished you, and now you have the right mind, the right disposition, and the right devotion to be able to be of good service or of good use of someone else. Damaged goods is a person that's just not good for their next level. They need some more time in the master's hands. Now, how to become developed goods? Number 1, you must devote yourself to the only good one, and that's Jesus. In order to have developed goods, goods that can be distributed, goods that can be enjoyed by others, you got to now devote your life. God, I realize at this point in my life, I'm no good to you. I'm no good to myself, and I'm no good to anyone else. God, I'm devoting my life to you because I want to be good to somebody. I want to be a beacon of light. I want to be an ambassador for you. I want to be I want to be a husband that represents you. I want to be a wife that represents you. It starts with devoting your life to God. Second point, how to become developed goods. Your goods must be discovered. How many people devoted to God but don't even know who they are? Go to church, spend time with God, but God's like, bruh, I'm tired of you singing praises to me. I need you to get productive for me. God, yes, God inhabits the praise of his people, but he also likes to inhabit the productivity of his people. You got to discover your goods. You got to discover your purpose. Discover man, it's crazy how God can birth masterpieces out of broken pieces. You see what I'm saying? How you'll see a kid who can draw good. You will hear a person who can sing well. You can see those are goods. And God loves to bring masterpieces from broken pieces that fell into a one piece. When you find a piece of God and you've been broken to the piece into a one piece, then you will be able to birth your masterpiece. But you got to discover that. You can't just be praising God. You got to be productive for him. How to become developed goods? You must devote yourself to the only one that's good, and that's God. You got to discover your goods. And number 3, your goods must be disentangled from the emotional, mental, and physical disease and must be discarded. Your goods must be disentangled, right? And the emotional, mental, and physical disease must be discarded. In order for you to be useful, that great personality that you have, the great people skills, the servant heart that you have, the burdens you have for people groups, the only way those things can be a blessing for someone else is if you disentangle those goods you discovered from those emotional wounds, those mental illnesses, and those physical disease. That takes allowing God to put you through clinics, to push you through workouts, to put you through places where you find emotional peace, that you find mental stability, and that you find physical ease, and discard all those things out of your life. The best way to discard emotional wounds, mental illnesses, and physical disease is to get to the root of what caused them. Most of us, the reason why we're not well, because we only treat the symptoms and not the source. Discard the source to the problem, and you'll see the symptoms fade away. Next point, how to become developed goods. Your goods must be dedicated back to God and developed by him. There's so many people that's dope at what they do, but they don't dedicate it back to God. God doesn't get the glory for it. God doesn't get the credit for it. Everything's about you. In order to be good for somebody else, you got to say, God, thank you for making me this person that's able to do these things. You get the glory out of my life. Because if you don't dedicate it to God, God ain't going to develop it. You may develop it. People have developed great skill sets, have developed great talents, but it's no use eternally. It is pointless to pursue anything without eternal value. Last but not least, and I know BD's happy. How to become developed goods? Once developed, your goods can now be distributed and dividends can be collected. I want to get the most fruit out of the roots in my life. The most fruits out of my life. I want to be so rooted in God to find that stream so that my fruits can be the ripest, so that when I distribute it, the goodness that comes from God to my wife, I can reap dividends. That when I distribute the goodness of what I have in my books, in my videos, I can reap dividends. You see what I'm saying? None of those things are possible if you're not devoted, if you don't discover your goods, if you don't disentangle them from emotional, mental, and physical disease, or discard those things that are causing those things to be entangled, or dedicate those things to God. If you want to be developed goods, follow those points. If you want to stay damaged goods, ignore those points. That's all I got, BD.
All right. Very sound information, very sound advice. And I hope that helps somebody. I'm glad we were able to talk about, what it looks like to be damaged goods, but also, more importantly, how you can become developed goods and refurbished goods. So hopefully that helps somebody out. And we're going to keep it moving on to a topic that is going to be an epic discussion.
Let's go.
All right. We are talking about a good guy's top 5, but we are talking about one of the most important dishes in this is a staple.
I could taste it now, BD. I could taste them now. All 5.
You know what I mean?
All 5.
We are talking about chicken wings. Okay? A very important dish, very versatile dish. It can be an appetizer. It can be a main entree. It can just be, a Super Bowl Sunday, a snack, whatever the case may be. It's never a bad time for chicken wings.
Never a bad time.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to rank our top 5 chicken wing flavors in what should be a heated debate. I'm sure plenty of people have differing opinions on this. Hop in the comments. Let us know what your top 5 chicken wing flavors are. Make your voice heard.
Yeah, and even if you're vegan, contribute to the conversation. I know there was a time where you were your happiest when you had these 5 flavors of wings. So go ahead and chime in too. We'll love to, see you're distressed.
By the way, that vegan train lasted all of 2 days.
Told you, BD. Told you. I tried to tell you that you wasn't going to be vegan long.
Bruh.
How did you break your period of veganism?
What was it? I forget. We got to that weekend.
The smell of
we
that
were
meat?
straight during the week. We was like, all right, cool, we're going to do it. And then it got to be Friday, and we was tired and stressed out.
Transitions will bring you back to meat.
Yeah. We ended up moving again, like I said, and bruh. We finally got to the new crib. I was like, I'm not about to eat some lentils and some chickpeas. I want some chicken wings.
And now we're here.
Here we are, ranking our top 5 chicken wing flavors. Number 5. Let me go to my list.
I'm ready for this, BD.
Number 5. This is a flavor that is exclusive to Wingstop.
Okay.
It is the Louisiana Rub.
Good choice.
Dry rub flavor.
Okay.
It's delicious. It's, a good little dry rub, of some heat and some Cajun spices. You can cook that with some ranch dressing, and it is absolutely delicious.
No, we straight with the ranch. But I see where you come. Wings have such diversity.
Mm-hmm.
They can be baked.
Right.
They can be dry.
Right.
They can be fried regular. They can be fried breaded. Or they could be wet with sauce.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Before we go any further.
Mm-hmm.
How do you prefer yours out of those, variations?
BD, man, I didn't think he was gonna go here. I like my chicken wings breaded. I like crunch, man. I like crunch with juiciness in the middle.
Okay.
There's nothing worse than a dry wing. Shall these dry bones live? No. I don't want no dry wings. I like the bite. I like the crunch. And I like to get to, oh, this is good. This is good. It's juicy. It's ready. It's ripe. Nobody wants no dry wings. Bruh, do you know how angry I get when my wings are fried too hard? There's nothing worse than a damaged wing. I need my wings developed properly.
Yeah,
but I like
overcooked ring.
There's nothing worse. I like mine with breading.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to give off my number 1. But I'll tell you why I like this kind of wing, because I don't want to give off my number 1. But yeah, man, which one's your favorite, bro? What kind of wing is your favorite?
I think it used to be breading.
Okay.
For me, like fried or whatever. But I actually really like dry rubs now.
See, bro, I haven't had dry rub in a long time. I think dry rub has its place. Dry rub is when you want flavor.
Right.
Dry rub. But if you want texture, if you want crunch, if you just want to just taste juiciness.
Mm-hmm.
But bruh, I ain't had dry rub since I went to Wingstop maybe 2.5 years ago. I'm gonna go see what dry rub's talking about. I haven't had a dry rub wing in a long time.
Dry rubs are good, man. But like I said, I got a spot here where I get, the regular kind of traditional fried. And then I got my spot. Well, Wingstop is where I go when I want, my dry rubs.
But it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that traditional fried, bro.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta have both.
See, people want to leave religion. You see what I'm saying? They want to leave tradition. But there's values in tradition. There's values in the traditional. My number 5, but I had an honorable mention, number 6, bro.
Okay.
Smoked wings. I know. Smoked is a flavor, bro.
I don't think I've ever had a smoked wing.
Like at the barbecue joints. Like those wings, the smoked ones.
I never get chicken wings at a barbecue joint.
I do. Okay. So my honorable mention number 6, smoked wings. There's nothing better. Well, no. Was it? Oh, Bobby O's wings wasn't smoked, was it? Those were smoked wings.
That was.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, you never?
I never had those.
Yeah, those was good until Bobby O's burnt me. Never forgave Bobby O. Like the dude, but whoever messed up me that day, it is what it is. My number 5, and I know a lot of people right now, including Rick Ross, is mad at me. Number 5 on my list is lemon pepper. Lemon pepper's number 5, BD.
Lemon pepper at number 5.
It's because listen, BD, lemon pepper should be higher on my list. It should be a good 3. But not everybody do lemon pepper right. Sometimes it be too lemony, too peppery.
This is facts.
See, man, lemon pepper is the type of wing that you can mess up. And don't even know you messed up because you ain't going to taste the wing and put it on my plate.
Right.
Man, lemon pepper, it's good when it's done right. Just subtlety. When are we going to get back to subtleness? Subtlety.
Right.
Bruh, I don't need to see my chicken look like it's like I see the salt. I see the flavor. No, a subtle mist, like the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my wings. I just want my lemon pepper seasonings to gently rest. Lemon pepper
is one of the most polarizing flavors, I think. If it's done right,
it's amazing. And they have to be eaten fresh out of the grease. Man, stale lemon pepper. But when that thing is hot and fresh and done right, lemon pepper might be number 3 or number 2 on my list.
Yeah. When done right, lemon pepper has the potential to be the best wing flavor, period.
But 9 times out of 10, bro, it's done wrong.
Sometimes people do it wrong. I don't want like a really strong lemony flavor.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like, you know how you have like lemon pepper, like catfish and lemon pepper? Like I feel like I start to feel like I'm eating fish. Like I don't want too much lemon. It's too strong. Just a hint of lemon.
Gently rest.
And then a good strong peppery, seasoning with it.
90-10. Maybe 80-20.
80-20.
80-20. There we go. 90. Now you don't want that. 80-20. 80% pepper, 20% lemon.
Yeah.
That's a perfect ratio for lemon pepper wings. What's your number 4, BD?
Number 4 for me is honey hot wings. So basically what it is just, their wings are fried. And then they are like basically like drizzled in honey. It's just honey and hot sauce is all it is.
I never had that, BD.
It's really good.
That's at Wingstop?
No.
See?
It's actually no. Some wing places have it. I know there was a wings place in Raleigh that was called Honey. It's like honey plus hot or something like that. But anyway, it's what? Just fried.
Sorry, honey plus hot equals what?
I don't know.
Come on.
I think that was it. Honey plus hot was the name. I could be wrong. Anyway, it's just fried chicken wings, drizzled basically in honey and hot sauce, which I've adopted. Anytime I get fried chicken now, from Bojangles or wherever it may be, I always get honey and I get hot sauce. Josh, it is a combination. I changed my wife's life.
Where'd you get the honey from? If I go to Bojangles tomorrow, where do I get do they have honey there?
Yeah, just ask them. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Yeah,
Bruh,
just ask them.
BD.
But I know when I go to Popeyes or any other place.
Bruh, how dare you?
I don't have Bojangles out here. So.
Still don't go.
Churches, wherever.
There you go.
You ask them. They always got honey and they always have hot sauce. Drizzle some honey on the fried chicken. Gives it just a nice sweet crunch to go with the saltiness of the breading. And then you put some hot sauce on there. Josh. Matter of fact, they do have it at Bojangles because the last thing I ate in Charlotte when I came to your wedding, before I got on the plane, I went to Bojangles and I did it there. Oh, it was
bruh,
honey and hot sauce, bro.
This might end the Slim Rev movement. You mean to tell me? Oh man, I'm gonna go to Bojangles. My wife's watching this, but about time she's watching it, the damage has been done. About time she watched this clip, the damage has been done.
J.E., I
bruh,
need an update when you do this.
Bruh.
Because I'm telling you.
Bruh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside. I'm not going to the drive-thru. I'm going. They need to see my face. They need to see how serious I'm. I'm going to look them in the eye. I'm going to look at the pot, the pan right there, that big pan. Nah. I'll wait 20 minutes for some fresh thighs. Give me 2 fresh, hot, steaming thighs. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to get fries. Don't even get it twisted. But don't separate them. Come from among them and be ye separate. Hey, I'm going to tell those fries, come from among them because we're about to baptize these thighs in some... Bruh, I'm just going to pour honey on them jokers. Forget... Oh. It's already spicy. Do I need hot sauce, BD, with Bojangles?
Yes. Not a lot. You don't need a whole lot. And you don't need a whole lot of honey. Don't cut the package open just all the way wide. Just a little slit, and you just drizzle.
Bojangles chicken with honey on it. The only problem, though, I'm gonna bring my own honey. I'm gonna bring my organic honey from the house.
Oh.
If I'm gonna listen, I want my Bojangles box to be undefiled. So what I'm gonna do is, even though
I can't vouch for how it's gonna taste, then can't vouch.
Well, I'll pray.
If you're gonna use real honey,
okay.
I can't vouch.
I got you, but bro, I'll pray over the honey. I'll pray over this meal an extra 20 seconds. Okay.
There you go. You don't have to use a whole lot, bro. Don't drown it in the honey, bro. It's not like waffles and you're putting syrup on it.
I don't want to be Catholic with my baptism. I don't want to sprinkle my chicken. I want to immerse. So I want to go evangelical with it. I want to go Baptist with it. So don't baptize it like that. Do the Catholicism way.
Catholicism. That's the route you want to go with this one.
I'll be Catholicism.
You just want to.
I'll be Catholic with it. Okay.
Just let the honey just a few drizzles, just let it sink down into the skin of the golden.
How many seconds should I wait, BD? Because I gotta let it fire. I gotta let the anointing flow.
Yeah, you want to let it sit. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. 30 seconds to a minute. Just let it let it sit in there.
That's tough to do. Oh, I could do the fries while I wait. There we go.
Grab you some fries.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Number 4, honey hot wings.
My number 4, BD, and when I taste these, oh nah, my order's off. Number 4 on my list, honey barbecue.
Okay.
Simple, no explanation needed. Honey barbecue. That's everybody's top 5.
It's not in my top 5.
Well, that theory's out the window.
Oh, that theory's out the window. You're so casual about that.
Listen, I'm okay with being wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Hey, you're not damaged goods.
I'm not damaged goods. Listen, that's another point. You're
secure.
You're secure. I'm secured. If I'm not going to fight BD to the death to bring honey barbecue in his list. If that theory's wrong,
that's a prime example of refurbished goods right there.
Right there. If I'm okay with being wrong. If I mess up, I messed up.
Well, that theory's
well, just like that. We're on to the next topic. Honey barbecue wings only for nostalgia. Okay. Only because that was what I was probably introduced first outside of the plain wing.
This is true.
Honey barbecue was always there. Now, come on, y'all. I don't like my wings wet, like wet. That's why I didn't put teriyaki on my list. Some wings, I'd be like, man, don't don't overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
I like my honey barbecue, and my number 3, I'll tell you that a little bit later, but my honey barbecue, I just like subtle. I don't want it all on my hands, bro. I just want to be able just to taste it, but I want to get to the fried too. I want to taste the chicken too. I just don't want to taste sauce. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, I'm not really big on wet wings anymore.
I'm not either, bro. I'm not. Now my number 1 is a wet wing, but is it really wet though? You'll find out soon. So number 4 for me.
Number 3.
Number 4 for oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead, BD.
Number 3 for me
Mm-hmm.
is actually just a plain fried chicken wing.
Okay.
No sauce.
No sauce. Oh, no drip.
I mean, it has its place. You know what I mean? If we're talking about chicken wings, sometimes you just want, that whole chicken wing with the leg and the flat attached, and just fried chicken wings, and you just, you know what I mean? There's a time and a place for that.
Yeah.
So out of respect, I had to put that on the list. It's at number 3.
My number 3, BD, when I taste these, it was good. Honey garlic wings. Have you had them at Wild Wings?
Yes.
I mean, not Wild Wings, but Wingstop. I'm a girl.
They got them at Wings?
Yeah, that's what I had.
Oh, they're the sauce wings.
Yeah, honey garlic.
I don't think I've actually had those.
I'm a fan of garlic, bro. I like garlic, man. I like garlic, and when you put honey with it, it just gives a balanced taste, a very balanced taste.
I need to try those.
Yeah, try them, bro. They're good to me. So that's my number 3, because they're good to me.
Okay. Number 2, lemon pepper.
I wish I could make it number 2. Lemon pepper, when done right, oh man.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, when it's done right, and I go to Wingstop most of the time, and they pretty much do it right. It's not too lemony. It's good, strong pepper taste, just a hint of lemon, and when it's done right, it's just the subtleness of the tang, and then the pepper, the combination of those two is just a perfect party, just erupts in your mouth.
Who was the first person that put that together?
I don't know.
I'm sure their minds are being, that person's mind has been studied at Harvard. Princeton, they're like, how could you put 2 simple things on the far ends of the spectrum? Pepper and lemon?
Right. Like, what would cause you to think to put those 2 things together, but yet, when brought together in holy matrimony?
Bruh, this makes me want to ask God, what is the next 2 flavors that I should put together on a wing? Someone put honey and barbecue together. Some people put honey and garlic together, lemon and pepper together. What's the next wing combination? Because I want something named the Joshua Ezzy. You know how Arnold Palmer, you know what I'm saying? I want something named in every restaurant. I want a beverage or a meal that's named the Joshua Ezzy.
I don't think it's going to work.
No, it's going to happen.
Doesn't roll off the tongue like Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer doesn't roll off either.
That does not roll off the tongue at all. It's actually very difficult to say.
That theory needs to be out the window.
Yep.
The Joshua Ezzy burger is coming to it. The Joshua Ezzy wing. The Joshua Ezzy something is going to be like, wow. People going to be like, this Joshua Ezzy is pretty good. My number 2. It's tough for me, these first 2.
Okay.
They're 2 of my favorites. So BD, if I'm really honest with myself, I'm gonna go ahead and give you both of them. If I'm really honest with myself, number 2 is mild buffalo, and number 1 is plain. I'm sorry, plain is plain, bro. Plain, bruh. 90% of our wing consumption, to a degree, is plain.
It's true.
So it's hard for me because right now I'm in a mild buffalo season of my life. I'm in a good mild, but and so it depends on where I'm at in my life will determine what's number 1 and 2. So it's like they're interchangeable. But I like my mild buffalo not dipped in sauce. No, don't I don't want no drip. Okay. I want it almost like it was cooked that way.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
It was made that way. That's why I don't like it when it's cooked plain and then dipped in hot buffalo sauce. No,
right.
I want it when them two was in the oven together. When they were cooked as one flesh.
That's right.
One flavor, one band, one sound, one flavor, one flavor, one flesh.
We just went drumline.
Yes.
And the Holy Bible.
Drum legs. See, and that's how I like my buffalo. When I come to a wing place, I'm like, you just dip some plain. No. That's lazy. You're not from the culinary persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know your science. You think I'm stupid that I didn't see you dip the plain in some and you did this? Now that has its place if I need my wings quick.
Right.
But man, I love my mild buffalo wings when they are made in one place together. But number 1, BD, goes to the plain wing.
Okay.
Just a subtlety of salt, pepper, whatever.
Bruh,
Plain number 1, BD. But in this season right now, number 1 is mild buffalo. But if I was to really be honest, I've had more seasons of plain than I had with mild buffalo.
Okay.
What's your number 2, BD?
I'm not a huge fan of buffalo wings. They're not on my list at all.
What?
I don't know.
What, BD? What's wrong?
They just have never done it for me like that.
You probably no. Have you had them when they're cooked together as one flesh, one flavor, one flesh?
I lived in upstate New York. I actually went to Buffalo, where the buffalo wing was invented.
Mind blown.
Had buffalo wings.
I didn't know it was made up there, bro. Wow.
Yeah. Buffalo, New York.
I'm gonna have to visit.
Yeah, and they were good. They were really good. I don't know why, but buffalo wings just don't do it.
You don't like spice?
Did you know that buffalo sauce is just Red's hot sauce with butter?
Genius.
Genius.
That's all I can say. Genius. Butter.
That's all it is.
Butter mixed with anything. No wonder it's so succulent.
Yeah, I don't know. It
why?
doesn't
Why? Like, is it because it's spicy?
I mean, a lemon pepper wing is kind of not spicy.
No, none of the wings. Yeah. None of the wings you shared with us today was spicy.
Louisiana rub is kind of spicy.
Oh, you like spicy? I mean,
it's not hot spicy.
You like spicy rub, not spicy sauce.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I respect it as long as there's some spice somewhere, BD. As long as there's some spice in your life, that's all that matters to me.
You gotta have some spice in your life.
Gotta have some. The good guys always got spice in their life. Look where we at right now. Spicy.
All right. Number 1.
You supposed to support me, BD. You supposed to hold me up, Moses. You supposed to hold my hand up so we can win the war.
I wasn't sure where to go with that one. Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody laughed. That's all that matters.
Spicy. Yep. Good guy podcast. Number 1 for me is garlic parmesan.
I wanted to. BD, you don't understand how bad I wanted to. Garlic parmesan is like lemon pepper. I had a bad experience.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When you have a bad experience with too much garlic and too much parmesan, like I'm like, bruh. I think what happened was they put the whole thing in my box, in my chicken wing at Wingstop. And it was just too much sauce.
It's too much sauce.
Too much sauce. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, bruh, I just felt like it got nasty, bruh. One thing about garlic parmesan. Hold on, BD. Should I put garlic parmesan? Because the first time I had it, I did the J.E. drop and lean back.
If it made you do that, then I feel like it has to be on the top 5.
It has to be in top 5. Nah, it's top 5. But the last experience, you know me, BD. Burn me once, I'm done.
Only once is all it takes.
All
like you
once.
do not give second or third chances.
I'll give a second or third chance if I just think y'all had a bad day. Or if I just think, you know what, I cannot give up on Bojangles. There's 3 places that I will always give a second, third, 14th, 50th chance.
Wow.
Because you just can't let them go. Who am I without Bojangles? Who am I without Waffle House? Those 2 places, I can't think of a third. Who am I? What matter of man am I without? How could I ever quit on Bojangles? How could I? How could I never get a double waffle again? How could I? I'll take those bubble guts and have the guts to go back in there, bro.
There are some places that you just have to sacrifice the bubble guts for. I've got 2 or 3 restaurants that they give me bubble guts every time, and I just
they give
go
you
ahead
bubble
and plan
guts
in
every
advance.
time.
Yeah.
Who gives you bubble guts every time?
To be honest, it's just barbecue places. Barbecue as a whole,
I think that's the reason
gives
why
me bubble guts every
BD,
time.
I think that's the reason why I like barbecue. Because sometimes the meat comes out cold, room temperature. I'm like, bruh, are they sandwiches ever? Like, I don't know, bro. But there's just certain places, man, that it doesn't matter. And that's just Chick-fil-A I can give up on for a season. There's places I may give up for a season. But Bojangles, Waffle House, and whatever, I think those are the only 2 that I could never walk away from. I'm forever connected to those 2 places. That's why I would be slightly, God hear me close, I'll be slightly disappointed if those 2 establishments are not up in heaven. Slightly. Now I get over it because I'm in heaven. All I gotta do is look over the cloud and be like, ooh, okay, I'm good. Oh, okay. I can eat berries and fruits all day. It's okay. It's okay. I'm happy, God. God's like, no, you're not.
Some good fruit, God.
I'll be so mad, God be like, bruh, why are you still up here? Don't you know the wings are in the back? I'm like, bruh, take me to the wings after you take me to the king.
Take me to the wings.
Take me to the wings. Once I get to heaven, BD, I can't wait to dap up God. Gio, good luck, man. I made it. Wow. First off, when I get to heaven, I'm going to be like, yo, like, did I make it? Or is it like
What do you mean?
Because, you know, when you get to heaven, you know, you're going to be like, is my judgment over?
Right.
I don't want to get up there and you be like, heaven's dope. And then he pushed the button and you go down this little tunnel and you in hell. I need to know. Just take me straight to hell. I know I'm not going, but I don't want to get to heaven and I'm smiling. God's looking at this paper like this. God, you ain't gonna look at me, God? Like, what's up? It's me. God's like, ooh, it's not looking good for you, son.
Hey, I don't know if this is like scriptural or not. I just remember they used to tell me this when I was a kid, but they would always say that when you go to heaven, God's gonna, replay all of your sins and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't remember who told me that, and I don't know if that's scriptural.
Nah, it's not, bro.
I hope that's not true.
Oh, it's like, I'm like,
because
God,
there
turn it
was
off.
nothing worse than me getting to heaven, and I don't know whether I'm good or not. And you're playing all of my sins. I'm like, okay, so technically these are covered, right? My insurance policy. I accepted you as at the age of 5. I accepted you into my life, so these are covered, right? And I know you're playing all of them.
God.
Am I good or not, kid?
God.
First, matter of fact, just let me know, like if I'm good or not, and then if you want to review these sins, we can, I can go into detail of each one of these specific incidents. But just let me know if I'm good first, because if we're just sitting here watching all these sins, I'm feeling like that I'm going in another direction.
That's why you better get right while you're here. I doubt that's what's going to happen, but I'm going to be prepared. I want God to treat me like a ballless life. Like a ballless life highlight compilation of high school players. Treat me like, because I know they have more turnovers than highlights. That's what I want to see when I get to heaven. Oh, I did do that. Oh, show me a baller's life, a slams high school. What else?
Mhm.
What else be showing just number highlights? Don't show no turnovers.
Baller vision.
Baller vision. Show me that. Show me my highlights. I know I had a bunch of turnovers, God. But I know I got buckets down here, though, God. God, that's one thing you know. I average. I'm God. Boy, you talking about desperation. I'm going to be telling all my God. I did 100 videos a week, a year, God. God, like I ain't had sex, God. God, I know I'm in, because I didn't get to enter in when I was. There was many years when I didn't get to enter in, God. I know I'm entering in here. Or send me back and let me, if I'm going to go to hell, bro, let me know now.
Bruh.
I'm just joking.
Just let me know. We don't have to review all of this. Like, if I'm going, then...
Let me live it up here, bro. If I don't want no surprises, because that's just the number one scripture that scares me even to this day. When the Bible says, many in that day will say, Lord, Lord, have I not done this and that in your name? And Jesus looks him in the eye and say, depart from me, I never knew. Woo, woo, woo. When I get to heaven, I want to hear partake, not depart. Oh, God, I got saved all over again.
I just was looking over here. Is my Bible still over there? I might have to crack that up.
Yeah, I'm going to read this tonight.
Let me go ahead.
Man, do you know the Bible said they cast out demons, they rose people from the dead, they healed the sick in his name, and they didn't get in? I said, God did it. Shall any man enter? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast.
Sobering into the podcast.
Hey, get right or get left. That's all I gotta say. Get right or get left. Why you got air in your lungs? This is my nugget of truth.
Yeah, go ahead with that.
Why you have air in your lungs? Talk to God. Why you have air in your lungs? Get it right with God. Why you have time and have life now? Embrace the life that was given to you, and accept the sacrifice of Jesus for your sins, and accept him in your life. Because there's going to be a lot of people that think they're saved, but not. Hell is going to be full of Christians. The only people, Christians don't make it to heaven. Converted ones do. Have you been converted? Or are you just a Christian by name? That's all I got, BD.
That's some deep stuff right
That's
there.
deep.
But it's true. Somebody needed to hear that. So
yeah, man. The Holy Spirit led us to this point because some of y'all think y'all are Christians. Y'all just checked the Christian on the box, but you haven't checked Christian in your heart. Christian cannot be just a title. It has to be a testimony. Woo! Oh my Lord, let me stop. Let me stop before we have church over here on a Good Guys podcast. We're going to have a revival. Hey. Woo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we did not have that planned in our topic. So
that was not us.
If you needed to hear that, then get your life right.
Get your life right.
I will probably be in my word tonight just to make sure.
I know.
But anyway,
I don't want you to be, because listen, when I make it over, I'm done working. If you ain't in heaven with me, I'm gonna eat my wings. I'm like, look, he should have got right. She should have got right.
We told him.
We tried to tell
me September the 10th.
September the 10th. We told you. Get right or get left.
All right. Well, that's all we've got for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, whether it was entertainment, whether it was a laugh, or whether it was some substance that you needed to apply to your life.
Or conviction. Hey.
Or conviction and repentance.
Repentance.
Whatever the case it was, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you have not done so already, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. Yeah, I struggled. I got it out though. Hit the bell so that you get post notifications as well. Okay, hop in the comments and interact with us. Let us know what your top 5 wing flavors are, and let us know what it was that you got from the message that we had today about baggage and damaged goods. Share the content, like the content, help us grow here at the Good Guys podcast. Other than that, I am a happily married man, a humble father of 4. He is the Slim Rev. He is a happily married man as well. I guess. Sure.
What?
Okay.
Bro, I'm happy. Bro, don't ever try to set me up like that. Babe, I am happy to be with you. Yes, I'm still gonna make the I'm not here shirt, but I'm here for you.
Absolutely. All right. Anyway, as usual, we are the Good Guys Podcast. That is all we've got for this week. We are out.
Peace.